Well, good evening to our viewers. I'm Joshua Weisel here in the Weather 225 Storm Studios, taking a look at your forecast for tonight across the area. Now, we have seen our fair share of rain today across the region, beneficial rainfall we needed, but there was also a couple of issues throughout the day. Fortunately, for the coverage areas of southwest Missouri, northeast Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, and the River Valley of Arkansas, nothing really severe, just some gusty winds at times. Certainly, some loud lightning. We had some of that here close to the studio earlier. If you're watching some of our updates then. We did have a couple of warnings in our North Texas coverage area, but for this area, it's been, fortunately, not a whole lot going on. So we'll get a look at what we're talking about with that severe weather risk here coming up. The good news is it's past our area, and we'll let you know what to expect coming up. But for tonight into tomorrow morning, notice it's not necessarily going to be a May feeling overnight. We're going to be into the lower to mid 50s the further west you get. So Stillwater, 54 degrees tonight. Same with Barnsdall, 57 in Tulsa. Now for northwest Arkansas and southwest Missouri, we're talking about mid upper 50s into the lower 60s. River Valley is going to be the warmest tonight into the mid to upper 60s. Now, tomorrow afternoon, it's not going to feel like a May afternoon. Here's a look at what we've got. It's going to be thankfully cooler thanks to that system. And there is going to be some low rain chances tomorrow, but not as much as what we saw today. Here's a look at those highs. Anywhere from the upper 60s to lower 70s, northeast Oklahoma, mid-upper 70s, northwest Arkansas, River Valley, and even parts of southwest Missouri. So it's not going to feel like May tomorrow. In fact, here's a look at what we're talking about with that severe weather risk that I mentioned a little bit ago, that it's passed. And you can see no risk for severe weather, really. And, after this update, I think it's just going to be entirely pulled out of the area. They just left that for the update earlier because there was still some lingering showers in central Arkansas. But for our coverage area, clear the severe weather. But, for the remainder of this evening into tonight, I can't rule out a couple of pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Not talking severe, but they may be loud with some rumbles of thunder. Here's a look at the rain chances for the next 12 hours. And keep in mind, this system is accounting for kind of what was already happening a little bit earlier. So it accounts for just 12 hours between when it loads in. So additional showers and thunderstorms could be possible again tonight. Not everyone's going to see this activity, but like I said, don't be surprised if you see a couple rumbles of thunder. The rain totals today, it's been a pretty good washout for many areas. Now, we could see some additional rainfall tonight. Like I said, not everyone's going to see this activity. And we'll show you that here with the Futurecast radar, but certainly I think some of us have seen anywhere between about 1 to 3 inches of rainfall, just depending on the location. So here's a look at Futurecast here real quick. And the time is going to be in the top left of your screen. And you can see overnight tonight to tomorrow morning, a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms possible during the morning commute, especially northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms in our southeast counties, can't be ruled out. And then overnight, tomorrow night, notice off to the west, starting to see some rain activity redeveloping in north central Oklahoma. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll have more on that tomorrow. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast for northwest Arkansas. And I mentioned this yesterday, and I kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier today as well. The pattern going forward looks very active in terms of rainfall. So over the next 7 days, we have basically daily rain chances. Temperatures not really going to change all that much, hovering between the mid-upper 70s, lower 80s. Lows are going to be into the lower 60s all week. Every day is going to have a different rain chance. And then here's a look at what we got for the River Valley. Kind of the same thing, just a little bit warmer depending on the day, but we do have some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity that is basically forecasted every single day going forward. It's just that time of year when we're in late May. The pattern starts to pick up a little bit more in activity, and that means that there's more rain, more thunderstorms. Can't guarantee severe weather for any of these days, but it wouldn't surprise me going forward with an active pattern that maybe we see a couple of chances for maybe some type of severe weather. We'll have to keep an eye on it. That's nothing for you to worry about. And then here's a look at Tulsa/northeast Oklahoma. Had to pick a city just to kind of generalize the 7-day forecast. But moral of the story is for northeast Oklahoma, same thing as northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and southwest Missouri. Highs are going to be in the upper 70s, lower to mid 80s, lows in the 60s, and basically daily rain chances. So you can find these forecasts on weather225.com. We've got all of the updates there and streaming 24 hours a day on our live weather channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you own a local business, check out. We are looking for partnerships. So if you want to promote your business, make sure you reach out. You can find our email on weather225.com. we have a whole advertising section if you're looking to promote your business, because looking to see if we can fill some spots for these forecasts and more across our media. So thank you so much for tuning in. One of the best ways you can support us is by sharing, liking, subscribing, or following whichever platform you're on if you like these updates. Hopefully you have a fantastic one. And of course, we'll be back with the latest information throughout the night and into tomorrow. You can advertise with us this storm season and throughout the year. Contact us today for availability and pricing. Weather 225 since 2015.